Alright, I think we are good to go. Hey everybody, Ranger J 1999 here. Welcome to our lunch stream. Bear with us, guys. Another outage from stupid ass Comcast in the area. I don't know if it's weather related. Weather's been pretty bad of late. So my apologies for being late, guys. So yeah. So what you have to deal with.
It's all Finn's fault.
Yep. Oh goodness. So yeah, so there we go. So glad to have you guys here for the lunch stream. This is where we hang out with you guys for an hour. If I go down, guys, I apologize. There's not much I can do about it. If we go down, then it's still under an outage, so it could happen. I don't know if it'll happen, so bear with us. We're going to try to do the lunch stream as best we can. This happened yesterday. There were some bad storms that came in, so yeah. So I was struggling trying to get that going. That voice you hear with me is Grim the mechanic. What's going on, Grim?
Nothing much. Tired.
Yeah.
That's how it always is, though.
Yeah.
Oh, and I see our bots are back. We already got 10 dislikes.
Yeah. So if you guys don't know, yesterday we had a racist piece of crap that I'm not going to say his name, that decided that he wanted to spam us, and he did. And so during the Battlefront 2 stream yesterday, basically, just racist stuff all over the place. And since they have no life, they're going to do the same thing to us again. I've already reported the person. I've already actually reported him. He actually threatened my life. So I've already done some other reporting that they don't know about. So I just can't wait to find out his reaction. Or their reaction. I don't know if it's a he. Yeah, so this person's just garbage. Don't worry about it, guys. Just gives us a regular thumbs up. I'll report him for harassment. Just like they do at the Battlefront, they'll take away all the thumbs down and stuff. So it's all good. So glad to have you guys here. Ignore all that garbage if you can. Give us a thumbs up on the video. You would be very much appreciated, Skewers. Very much appreciated. So glad to have you guys here. This is where we're going to do our lunch stream, where we hang out with you guys and we're going to do a roster review. Hopefully the internet stays connected. I am under an outage, so just be prepared. But we're going to try to get through. We're going to suffer through depression, do mods like we always do, which is always fun. And then we're going to do questions. If you guys have questions, go ahead and put those questions into chat, and we will get those scooped up. And make sure you put question in front of your question so I can identify it in Nightbot. So very much appreciated, guys. So yes, Drew says, fingers crossed it's my roster for you today. Don't worry, one way or the other, Drew, we will get you squared away, brother. If we go down, then we'll just push it to another day. But we will get you squared away, buddy. Not to worry. So, if you could, guys, give me a thumbs up. That'd be very much appreciated. So with that, we're going to, and moderators, watch out, because the person might try to do what they did yesterday in the chat, where they try to spam racist comments and stuff. So moderators, watch the chat. If they do pop in, just immediately ban them and immediately time them out. So
and then report them.
Report them for any racist comments and harassment. That's all you can do. But stay on top of that, moderators. So glad to have you guys here. Everybody here, give me a thumbs up. Very much appreciated. Let's get into it. Some of the mechanisms, you can see we got Vader's Cup of Plenty there. If you'd like to make a donation, then please do. And let's see what else we got. Like and subscribe. Make sure you follow us on Twitch. We're on Twitch as well. Always appreciate it. She says, I won't catch any before Grim does. He's super fast. Also, do me a favor, guys.
We do have a roster review today.
Yeah, we do. But if you guys could also say hello in chat. I'm about to read everybody's name out there and say happy day to you. It's hump day! Mike. So, very glad to have you guys here for our lunch stream. Now, today, we're going to do the lunch stream, and then we got the big Wednesday night show tonight, so that's going to be a lot of fun. The longest running live stream in the Star Wars Galaxy Heroes community, so always appreciate it. So, with that, let's get this thing started. Let's see who's out there in TV land and say hello to everybody. Let me see who we got. We've got Revenator, who was here first. Hey, Revenator. DL Cool J says, good morning, noon. Good. Well, hey, DL Cool J. Dina McCracken. He says, what's up? What's up? Hope everyone has joined the next round of GAC. Yes. If you guys don't know, yesterday I did win. I did post it in the overall general chat. Again, Comcast when we went down. So I don't think I can go back. No, I can't. But I did win. It is posted in there. We full cleared the person. And we're getting ready. I've joined the new GAC. And so we will get into the next round when it happens. So thank you. He says, get that last upgrade before lock. That's right. Yuta says, hello, everyone. Hope you're all having a good Wednesday. Thank you, Yuta. Darth Brave says, hi, everyone. Hey, Darth Braves. Briarius Aegon says, hello, everyone. Hey, Briarius. Darth Vader 87 says, what's up? Drew Decipher says, good afternoon, all. Lovely out. You girls here. She says, yo, yo, yo. Fedichico says, present and accounted. There we go. Nick Merck says, what the FN? Yeah, Finn, I blame this on Finn, everything that's happening. Matt Bailey says, gracious good morning, gentlemen. Good morning to you, sir. Chad Thundercock says, hey, guys. Hey, Chad. Tress from the Dark Lord says, howdy, honey. Squirt 30 says, Mike. What day is it? Hump day. Clone Troop 211 says, yo, good afternoon, all. Nick Perk, thank you. Let's see. Dommy P says, hola, Ranger. Hey, Dommy P. Who else we got? Let me look through here. Waffle Dolphin. Good morning, RSG. Good morning to you, Waffle Dolphin. Chicken Gaming says, finally, YouTube didn't even have you as live. Well, we're good now. INF 097, that's usually Infantry 097, says, hello, good people. Hey, INF. JG Hot One says, hello. Who else we got? Torn Jacks. Good afternoon to you, sir. Who else we got? Going through all the name. Eggers 29 says, good afternoon, all. Hey, Eggers. Glad to have you here. Ray Rock, our good friend Ray Rock is here. Thank you, sir. Who else we got? Oh, it updated. It did that thing where it flies down the thing and I have to start over again. Let's see, I had Ray Rock, who was the last one. Let me find it. Here, there's Ray Rock. Stoner Jedi's here from Takedown Games. Make sure you check out Takedown Games. Let's see here. Rose Taco, Hump Day. Hell yeah. Suicide Squad says, happy Hump Day. Hey, Suicide Squad. John Davis says, well, it's re-updated again. Damn it. God dang it. Let me look here. He said something. He said, hey, hi, RSG crew. Hate racist scumbags. Yes, we do. Rooster says, hi-de-ho, Ranger. Hi-de-ho. Ski Troop says, I blame the Eternal Twins. Okay. Nev says, hello, Governor. All right. And then Spider. It says, all the Comcast issues remind me of the South Park cable episode. Yeah, that's pretty much the South Park cable company. Yeah. Dextronics says, Ranger J leads the way. All the way, sir. Thank you for that. So, thank you very much. Darth Coco says, only today. What are those, ears? What are those? I can't tell. Steak only today? Well, I'd love it. So, but yes. We have been bot attacked, y'all. That's why we have all the dislikes. So, counter that by giving me a thumbs up. So, ears only today. Okay, I couldn't tell if it's steak or ears. Oh yeah, I went crazy on that guy last night. I mean, this is ridiculous. The guy is a scumbag. I mean, the stuff that he was spouting out was just pure. I mean, N-bombs everywhere. So if you guys, but you're not going to see it because not only did I deleted all the messages. I also banned each account that he put in there, which is fine. I'll do it every time. And then reported the person and then timed him out. So, yeah. I think he tried something before, so, you know, it is what it is.
It's the same dude that was messing with us before.
Yeah, I mean...
The kid ain't got no life outside computers, so...
I don't think he has a life, period. So, get a girlfriend, man. It's cool. There's other things in life. You'll find it one day. Alright, let's suffer through some depression, shall we? Let's get this show started. There we go. Let's do this. I have taken the liberty of getting mods so we can roll it. So let's go to the mods where we will see Ranger J 1999 suffer through depression. Let's do it. And then we're going to get to our roster review. Alright, and we're going to sort by unassigned and speed mods. And then we will sort by speed. Let's do this. Okay. No, I don't want... No, stop it. We got to go all the way to the bottom because we have new mods. Now, see, we got all the mods ready to be rolled. Now, we got to sell that 3 dot. I mean, get out of here. It has 3 speed. So, the one mod that I did get that had speed on it was a 3 dot Grim. So, yeah, that's not...
I say roll it anyways.
No.
Use up all your bad luck on the 3 dots.
Yeah, or what if I use all my good luck and that hits like 15? Then I've shot my load.
Well, then you'll have a badass 3 dot mod.
That I'm going to sell. Thanks, Grim. All right, we'll roll 2 stats here because we want to see what the other 2 stats are, and they are nothing. So that's starting off well. Now we have a bunch of gray mods. Let's just upgrade these. So we'll go here. We're going to roll all 4 stats because we want to see if we hit speed. Nope. 0 for 2. Oh for 3. Alright, we got a speed 4. Possibility here, Grim. There's a possibility. Let's slice this. We need some mod energy. Let's get some of this. We'll purchase some of that, yes. Okay. We'll slice a 4. See if we can get a nice... Okay, now it's going to make me go back and find the damn thing. Really? I'm not in the mood today, mods. I really am not. Some bitch. Where'd you go? There it is. Alright, we're going to slice this. It's going to hit defense. That damn stupid ass defense is on there, Grim. Alright, let's slice it. There we go. Have not a lot of hope here. Health. Okay, I was wrong. Let's put that in the old pile. Oh, lordy. Alright. Next mod. Speed 3. I'm not going to roll that right now, but we'll keep that one. We'll see if it hits. You never know. Let's see what the other ones get first. Let's see. Nope. Circle. Nope. And then we have a 4 dot. Alright, where's that 3? We'll slice that. Maybe we'll get lucky, but it's got defense. Usually that's what hits. So we'll slice this sucker and see what happens. It hit speed. Okay. So might have a chance here on this. So we'll keep that one locked. And we'll roll that later on. We'll save that for when we do mods next. So not all in all great. And we need to get that mod, but the rest we're going to be selling because they're garbage. So I'd say this one is depression. We didn't really do well. 7 speed, yeah, so. Hey, Proper Catch. Happy hump day to you, my friend. Let me update some stuff here. And then we're going to do our live chat. Let's see, get this. Helix is here. Did I miss anybody? Nope, got everybody. Cool. Alright, so we have suffered through depression. We now move on to our roster review. So let me pull this up, get this going, and let's do this. Alright, let me see here, get this. Perfect. And today we are doing update. We are doing Drucifer912. And Drucifer, who is in the chat, glad to have you here, bud. For the roster review, says 1. Mods. I'm looking for mod help. My mods all over the place. Maybe some help to discern my top mod sets and where I should place them. 2. TBTW. What teams do you recommend that I currently don't have or are under-geared? 3. GAC. So far, I've won GAC more than I've lost. I believe I've come a second in 5 or so GAs. The rest have been first. I'm a max defense kind of guy. With that said, Tier 13 is making things a lot more difficult, so I'm looking for counter teams that don't use key tunes from other squads. Okay? And then finally, Gear 13. I have this theory about bringing the top 3 tunes in each squad to Gear 13 to move on to the next. You guys confirmed my direction on a previous episode of Jedi Academy. So which character should I Gear 13 next outside of the meta? Okay. Finn, the lunch stream is not available, so I had to start another stream. I had to use the Wednesday night Zoom call. So that's why, if you have the information. Finn didn't read the crew chat.
Finn didn't get the memo. As per usual.
I know. All right. Yeah, I went to Zoom and it was gone. There's no lunch Zoom. I guess Finn does something with updates and stuff. So I'm like, well, I'll just go with the Wednesday night one. On top of dealing with all the other issues with Comcast. God damn Comcast. So yeah. So let's get into his roster review here. Doing pretty solid in Fleet and he's 3.7. He's doing good in both Arena and he's doing great in Fleet. Good to be doing a lot better. So let's look here.
Let's see here. 285 on his Darth Revan.
That's
speed-wise.
Yeah, that's
235 for Bastila.
That's what's killing you, brother.
Yeah.
So, okay. Your speed's way too slow for your Revan team. Now, you do have Malik, and he is, 6 stars? Yeah, 6 stars, so on its way to 7. I'm fine with what you're running there. Your speed's way too slow, so we got to really look at your mods. Yeah. I mean...
Wow, he's got some really nice mods that he could possibly get away with putting on Revan or Bastila and not have to worry about speed sets until he can actually get more higher speed secondaries for speed sets.
Yeah.
I mean, he got 24 on Anakin, a 23 on Jedi Knight Revan, a 22...
All right, first thing first, Drew Cypher, is that your best mods have to be on your arena team if you want to get higher payouts. I mean, if you don't care, then you don't care. But if you're going to run your arena team, you're going to run Darth Revan, you want to get the most bang for your bucks because you want more crystals, thus helping you do other things in the game, then you got to run your best mods. So if we go to your mods, which I'm doing right now because I want to see what this was the first thing you mentioned, so let's talk about this. Yeah, you're... I mean, you've got 2 speed sets that should be on your Darth Revan or Basti that are on B1 Battle Droid. Now, yeah, you're spreading yourself out way too thin, brother. Okay, so here's the concept with mods, right? Until it changes, Arena is where you want to put the most bang for your buck, and you want your Darth Revan team, because once it's modded correctly, will help you tremendously in GAC. Because you can put that team on defense, and it forces the person to make decisions. Plus, you want a higher income on your crystals. Not having Darth... You're basically wasting Darth Revan. Even on offense. Unless you're just using him for piddly other teams, because he's not in a position to face other teams. So, you start with your arena team. Best mods go on your arena team. Hands down, and you need... It's pretty simple modding. Trooper is just tanky. HK is offense. You don't worry about speed on them. Malik can go with high protection, but Bastila and Darth Revan need speed. Plain and simple. Then,
but the thing is there you want to maximize your arena squad first, because that's your main inflow of crystals.
Right.
If you're not getting that inflow of crystals, you're really hindering yourself.
I understand what you're trying to say about B1, Drew Cipher, but you're thinking about mods wrong. You work your teams down from there. Once your arena squared away, then you have to go to specific characters that need speed. I'm fine with you want to put speed on B1, but not your primary stuff. What are the characters you should be worried about with speed? Jedi Knight Revan, Darth Revan, Bastila, Stark. If I go to your Imperial Trooper team, I want to see what your speed is, and I guarantee you we might be having a conversation. Boss needs speed. This is how the teams work. BB-8 needs speed, not the rest of the team. Right?
Well, yeah, but also you don't want to sacrifice your arena team for, like, say, a TW team. You don't want to do that. Or a GA team. You don't want to do that either.
Hey, Dr. Feelgood, he's the one that makes you feel all right. So, you have to think about it like that. So let's start going through some of your teams. And, where we, and looking at the breakdown. So let's break down your teams now. We've already talked about your Sith Empire team. Now, you've got a great General Grievous team, but the speed is, the team, the way Grievous is constructed is, yeah, you want B1 going a lot, but you don't need to have your best speed mods on B1. Grievous does his thing, you'll be fine. Because, especially if you're running T3, I don't know if you are or not, but Grievous is going to wipe out a lot of teams, especially with yours at Gear 13. So let's kind of look at this here a little bit.
Well, and let's be honest here, B1 isn't usually on the Darth Revan Grievous.
Yeah, if you're not using it for Darth Revan team, but if you're just using it as like a defense or an offensive team, right? You don't, your speed on your B1 is important, but it's not it's not a key thing. So your bounty hunters, not really where they need to be at. If you're going to put this on team on defense, you can put it on the back line. They're Gear 11. They do have this in a boss, but it's a backline team. It's not set for a frontline team. The speed in your boss is 214, yeah. This is a backline team if you need a filler team. So let's look through the other teams that you got. First Order. Again, not done. Gear 11 does have some Zetas. Again, backline team for defense. You don't want to put this up front.
I can understand what he's doing here, but
well, that might be the case, True Deciphers. This is so far my GG team is my best defensive team. So I'm going through your roster right now, and again, your mods are in the wrong place. There's just nowhere else to put it. Imperial Troopers, they're okay. Again, not ready to go. Stark speed is 203. Night Sisters. Night Sisters are solid. We don't have the Zetas on Talzin. You use this team on defense, but not having Plague Bearer on the unique. You do have Doc as Zeta. That's nice. You have to Spirit. You have Zombies. This is a team you can use on the front line or back line defense. So we're missing a lot of teams here for building. So what do you have? I'm pretty sure you have the Old Republic team. You do. It's a great defensive team that you can put down. Your Jedi Knight Revan team's really good. You can use that on offense or defense. We already know your Rebels and Resistance are going to be fine. Let's look at your GR. Gear 13 Kenobi and Padme. So this is a great team. Yeah. Let's see which route you went with Padme. Health. Good. A little fast, but that's okay. I mean, I've seen GRs be put on defense in the back line as a surprise and really make someone's life miserable. So, yeah. Now it just says it's like Drucifer, like Lucifer. We're having some issues with the old internet here. Hold on, guys.
RSG, technical difficulty.
That's right. Who is that?
What's up, what's up, what's up? It's your boy, Grande Verga, Happy Patron.
Why are you sounding like it's Satan?
I didn't know I sounded like Satan. My voice does sound a little weird today, though.
It does sound a little weird today, Grande. What's going on?
Hold on, man. Just chilling like a villain.
What's new, man? Haven't heard from you a bit. Everything good?
Everything's great, man. Just been busy, man. I've been super freaking busy. On school starts for like 3 kids. And yesterday was Curly's birthday.
Happy birthday. We're having some issues. I'm looking at the lag here. Hold on a second, guys. Let me just see what's going on. It looks like it's settling down a little bit. Okay, there we go. All right. There we go. Well, you could go Juicypher. You could go Jucifer. Yeah. So.
Whoa, Grande reporting from the depths.
That's right. Who else joined us? Finn. Is Finn actually there, or is he just popping in?
My audio is really low.
Yeah, you sound far away and you sound growly.
You sound far away. You sound like you just woke up.
Yep.
And it's echoing.
Okay, well, I turned it up. I turned up the volume. Maybe that. I mean, I don't know. Let me look at the sound preference.
No, it's pretty bad.
Is it better now?
Still real echoey. Are you in the bathroom or something?
I'm not in the bathroom.
Are you doing a Grande Patron?
No, I'm not.
Are you dropping kind of a big deal?
Are you having a big deal moment? All right, so getting back to the roster view, what figures out his stuff here. There's a lot of good stuff here, but I think you're lacking depth on your teams. And you're lacking. I mean, you've got high end stuff, man. I mean, the stuff you got high end is really good. But you've geared 13 some other stuff. I guess you don't want to do the meta. That's fine. I don't know why you wouldn't gear 13 the best team in the meta, hands down. Darth Revan. It would make sense. I don't have a problem with who you geared. You gear 13 Grievous. You gear 13 GR. That's just totally cool. But when you get higher in and everybody's done the same thing, and you don't have those depth of characters and rosters, you're gonna get destroyed. We see it all the time at high end. It's not. You can have high end stuff all you want. Everybody has high end stuff. It's that depth of roster that's going to come into play later on. Juicypher.
It also trickles down to other aspects of the game as well, like.
No, this thing we're buffering.
If you don't have a badass Revan team, you won't.
We're buffering. Hold on, guys.
Other badass teams, you know.
Fucking Comcast, man. I told you we could run into this issue, man, because of the damn outage. So, the fact that we're on.
Is that better? Is my volume better?
No. Should be back. Looks fine. I don't know why it's being stupid. Let me look at something. Should be back. No, we're getting fluctuations still, but we'll bear through it, guys. So, I'm just looking at the rest of his roster real quick. Sith are fine. Let's see. They're fine. Scoundrels. Separatist. Looks good. The Grievous team looks sick, nasty. Working on the other stuff. Good. All right. So I've got a good understanding here of what we're looking at. Yeah, guys, there's nothing I can do. We did have an outage. I'm surprised that we're still up and running, so there's not much I can do about the if the internet goes in and out, I can't do that much about it. So we're still under an outage warning for Comcast. So it says we're still streaming, but if it gets a little wonky, there's not much I can do about it. I apologize. What the piss, man? I hate this crap, man. Comcast really. Get in there, Phil. So getting back into the roster view. So your top end stuff, Drew, is fantastic. Love it, right? Your droids, your GR team, fantastic. For GAC, that's great, right? GR, the way you've got it set up is great as a Darth Rev encounter. The thing that you're lacking is depth, and for your squads. So you've got GR, you've got Grievous, you got Jedi Knight Revan, but then after that it trails off. The other issue is your mods are in the wrong place. Sorry, there's no other way to say it. B1 should not have your top end mods on speed. It's not the priority of characters you need to have. So, and your mods are all over the place. There's mods on characters that are just like that I'm seeing that have speed that should be on other characters and things of that nature. Because you can run the Grievous team with decent speed mods on B1 and still kick the crap out of people the way you have it set up. But the other teams that need that speed more, you're robbing basically Peter to pay Paul here, and it's going to come up and it's going to bite you in the butt. There's no other way to put it. So my first recommendation is remod. There's no other way to put it. Your mods are in the wrong place. So if you were to take the concept of your arena, put their best mods there, and then matriculate down to the characters like your B1, like your Stark, like your other characters. But the other problem you have is that your other teams that you could use for defense or offense are not there. Your Night Sister team, not there. Your First Order team, not there. Bounty Hunters, not there. Imperial Troopers, not there. Down the line we go. So for the top end, your strategy of I've got some really badass stuff for the top end will work against you as you climb up. You know, because you're probably Division 2, you're probably facing Division 3, Division 2 people that'll get by a little bit. But when you start moving up in GP and those teams aren't developed and your mods are going to stay where they're going to stay, you know, it's going to hurt you in the long run. So my suggestion, you can take it or leave it. You know, this is your account. You play your account the way you want to play it. This is just my suggestion, is we remod. So remod, think of arena first and then matriculate your speed mod sets down. Look at your mod set stuff. Like I saw speed on Anakin. Anakin doesn't need speed. Anakin needs your best crit chance, crit damage mods. Speed's not important with Anakin, right? So there's stuff like that I'm seeing in here that you're going to have to redo with your modding. You play your account however you want, but I'm just saying that's the stuff I'm seeing with your account, that I would put those mods in other places. The other thing is your depth. Top end is fantastic. Bottom end is all over the map. You've got to get hyper focused. I really don't care, because you know what you're doing, because when you focus, I can tell that you're a good player because you focus on something, you just go all in, which is brilliant. However, you need to start working on these other characters. So you either have a choice here. You can work on the Separatists, which you're working on the Geos. I can kind of tell you're doing Geonos from Bird Alpha. Good call on that one. If you want to finish those guys up, that's great for GOTB, and that's great for GAC. I think that after that, you need to start rounding up a team. I don't care which team you want to pick. Any of the teams. But go hyper-focused. I'm not talking Gear 13, I'm just talking Gear 12. Just get them in a position to be able to use them and use them effectively. That's all you need to do. And I think that's really going to help you out tremendously in the long run with your GAC and other things. So, Grinder, are you looking at this account, or are you just hanging out right now?
I was looking at your screen.
Oh, you're looking at my screen. Yeah, there's so if we. I mean,
is the mic better?
Yeah, much better. Yeah, much better.
Much better.
But can you pull up the roster view or?
Old.
If not, yes.
Right. I was just looking at it on your screen because I mean, like.
Well, look at his mods, man. I mean, his mods. I mean, he's got the best speed set on his B1.
Oof.
You know, and it just. I mean,
maybe he was doing that for like an event, or he was testing something.
No, I don't think so. But I mean, his mods are all over the place. So if you want to look at his mods real quick, we'll have the mod whisperer look at your stuff real quick there, Drew. But I think that's the thing I'm noticing about this account.
Well, the first thing I'm going to say is if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Dude's sitting at rank 1 every day for the last month. So
you're looking at the wrong one, brother.
Wrong roster.
Oh. Okay.
Today's the 24th.
Well, I'm looking on the stream and it says, oh, excuse me, Drucifer 912. That's the problem.
Yes.
I'm just looking. Whoops.
Oh, I saw what you did there, Utah. But Ranger, what if Drucifer 9112 doesn't have time to do mods? There's someone who can help him do his mods for him. Well, yes, there is. Utah. Speaking of which, hey, look, Ranger J 1999 modding services, $15 for every 500 KGP. You can see all the information there. If you'd like me to remod your accounts, that's how it works. So I have my services available there to the viewing public. There you go.
as Hellenix would say, shameless
self-promotion brought to you by our friend Utah. I wanted to remind him.
Yeah, I don't know why he moved these mods where he moved them. I mean, your best mods have to be on your arena team. And you go back and you look at his so you look at his roster. He's running, effectively the meta team right now, right? He's running, and then you go back and you look at his mods. And when you look at his mods, we've got the best mods on like Anakin and Revan and B1, and so we got a little bit on the team, but not our gold mods. And also, I mean, he'd probably be a whole lot more successful in arena if we had like this B1 set sitting on
Revan or Revan,
yeah, right. I mean. And then this and then again, I mean, Darth Malik doesn't have to be super fast, but he needs to have a crap ton of protection, and he needs to have a crap ton of offense. He gets a lot of extra turns, so he doesn't have to be as fast as other characters. But we want him to be super tanky, and so we want him to be all protection and offense stats, and so we've got some really great. I mean, it looks like he moved some stuff for GOTB.
Could be,
and then he never moved it back. That's kind of what it looks like to me.
Well, but then I looked at his arena and I'm like,
and so I'm thinking what happens here is we need some loadouts. It's almost like we need loadouts, and if we had loadout sheets, then he could swap these mods around and be able to swap them back.
Yeah,
and that has to have been what happened. I mean, that's just it's too convenient where they're all sitting.
Yeah, we're also lacking a lot of speed mods with speed secondary.
Speed in general. Excuse me. Speed in
Ranger.
Yes, who is it?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
This is Drucifer.
Hey, there he is.
Hey, what's up?
No,
all right, so where were we?
Okay,
we're listening to you guys, and what I want to say is, if I take the mods and transfer them to other teams, I feel like I destroy my viability in TW, in Grand Arena,
No, that's not what's going to happen. So let me give you an example of my mods, right? So
yes.
B1, I could do the same thing. Speed, what did I do with my B1? I think I put like a speed set, but it's not the high-end, mods like I have. So you have to think about it strategically, right? Darth Revan is my number one team, right? I have the best mods there. Then Jedi Revan has my next. Like, you've seen me, I don't know if you've seen me do like mini roster reviews where I put there and I go speed, right? I just sort by speed. And there's certain characters I'm looking at for speed on that team, right? You can go less speed on your B1 and still be okay with the droid team, especially since yours are Gear 13, because it's really about just ramping up Grievous, and he's going to one-shot the team, right? Because you're going to piss him off. You know, every death P1 gets, it's like, okay, keep revving up old Grievous there, right? So you have to think in terms of certain squads and certain characters need higher speed, right? If you're doing a bounty hunter team, the thing is you want 270 speed or higher on boss. You want a Django lead so that he goes first. You want the second Zeta on. There's certain concepts of the team of why it works, right? So that you can't use the trooper team against it. You can't use JTR because she does her thing. He's still taunting, right? Because she's going to go first. They're going to be faster than the BB-8. CLS can still beat it, but CLS can beat most things. There's no matter what you do, there's always a counter out there, right? Like, I could take my Trey against your Grievous, isolate Grievous, and then just go to town, right? You know, so, but you make it more difficult. So the thing that I'm seeing in your account is you've got some really good stuff. Like your GR team looks great. You got Gear 13 on your Grievous team and down the line, right? But then the other teams are nowhere nearly developed like they should be, right? You're 3.7. So for defense, if they can get past, you know, if you run into someone that has a teams that can beat your teams, what are you going to put on defense on the back end, right?
Well, that's true. You know, the issue I've been finding is once they get past my Darth Revan, I lose.
Right.
If they can't beat Darth Revan and Malik, I win because on like the north zone I put Darth Revan, and the south zone I put Padme Grievous in the front line.
Sure. And then
Padme gets one shot every day.
Yeah.
Every GAC, I just can't seem to
you're kind of going roboto there.
anything on offense with her, and I can't seem to hold on defense with her.
Well, so
I'm just saying.
Okay, I got the gist of it. So really, Padme's for offense. You can use her on defense, but
Totally
if
agree.
you're going to use her for defense, put her in the back line and have 3PO with her. That just makes it more difficult for them when they run into that team. Padme can beat anything.
On offense.
On offense, right? Defense, it's too easy to use a team to counter and kill her, right? The AI does some stupid stuff.
Yeah, you do better to put CLS on defense.
Yeah,
I mean, and keep Padme for offense.
For instance, like in TW today, I did a Padme mirror. I beat the crap out of their team. We were evenly matched, you know, Gear 12s, everything that works, right? But it just the AI does stupid stuff with Padme, you know, with the calm assist and stuff.
The AI doesn't run it the same way you.
So yeah, I mean, it can be countered by Palpatine, Thrawn, Vader easily. So on defense, but on offense, you can use it to your advantage, right? Now, the Grievous team is great on defense because, especially Gear 13, you can get wrecked by that team on defense. It's gonna hold a defense or two for you at least, right? If not more.
Yes.
But Padme's safe for offense. So if you go Revan up top and Grievous in the south, you're fine. However, you can use multiple teams. If I saw your team like that, I'd use like your Darth Revan if I wasn't using my Darth Revan to counter. Jedi Knight Revan, kill a bunch of them, finish it up, round off with Padme. Then I'd go down south and, you know, use a team to clear your Grievous, one or two teams. Then you've got nothing else on defense, and then I can use scrub teams to clear the rest of your stuff. I'll go in there with a solo Nest and Rex Wampa and get free banners. Right, so that's really working to your disadvantage.
Yeah.
So, and you had mentioned that you know that's what you were seeing in JAC. So I think maintaining what you have, Darth Revan on defense is perfect. We've got to round out your other team. So you just need to start picking a team and just start geared into Gear 12 with the Zetas. Like your Night Sisters are right there. You just need a Zeta on Mother Talzin's Plague Bearer, and around that team you can use your Night Sisters as a backline defense. Be beautiful. But not having Plague Bearer makes the team easier to kill. That one Zeta.
The Zetas, I mean, my next priority right now, I'm working on the Night Sisters.
Okay, good.
Clearly.
Good.
And then, you know, I still have Anakin. I still have C-3PO for the Padme team. I still have Malik missing his Zeta. I still have Droidica missing his Zeta.
Yeah.
And IG 100.
You don't need Magnus. You don't really need Magnus to make the Grievous team work. It's nice to have, but it's not necessary. Same thing with Droidica.
Agreed.
Certain Zetas, like you've got the Zetas and the gear you need for your droid team. It's beautiful. You don't need to do anything really else with them.
Okay.
The Anakin one is important, but if you want to do that, so if you wanted to say do the Zeta on Anakin, do the Zeta on Mother Talzin, finish those teams, great. Then they're done, right? Then what team are you working on next? That's the question I want you to tell me. What team did you want to go with?
Sometimes too, we can work on 2 or 3 teams at the same time.
Right, but it's a gear thing, right? So
it's
not a farm thing with you. It's a gear thing. We just got to figure out which gear and Zetas one of the teams we want to go with next.
Yeah, my philosophy has been bringing everybody to G11 first, and then choosing who's going to go up. So that's why everybody stopped at G11.
Agreed.
Yes. So, like your first order team, you've got one Zeta on crew, and I think one on the other crew, or the other Xylar, if I don't remember. But if you want to do first order, but do first order all the way. If you're going to do Night Sisters, work on Night Sisters, but do Night Sisters all the way. And just don't throw Zetas on because it has a Zeta. Make sure you know that, do I need this Zeta to work, right? Because Zetas are whether you're
Let's take Padme, for example. One of Padme's Zetas is needed to kill Darth Revan. The other one is effectively just for Jedi Knight Revan. When you read the Zetas, you don't need the second one for Jedi Knight Revan, for Darth Revan. So then you have to think, what am I using this team for?
Right.
Is this team meant for that, or am I building this team for this other thing? There are a ton of characters that I don't have all their Zetas done, and tons of teams that I'm like, nope, never doing that Zeta, because it's a waste of a Zeta when I can get another team together.
Right. So that's the team concept. The other thing is your modding. We got to get you remodded. 2 things we noticed with your mods: we're lacking speed sets with speed secondaries, and the other thing we noticed. Now we don't know if this is because of GOTB or whatnot, but your mods on B1, your mods are all over the map. We need to focus. It has to be a top down with your modding. So your arena team gets your best mods. Then you start going in order. Like if you want to do speed mods, right? Then go in speed order of characters that need it, because this is what you need for your teams to be more effective, like your Stark. If you're going to use Imperial Troopers, you need a fast Stark. If you're going to do Night Sisters, it's typically zombie, Spirit, they get the speed, right, so they can be a pain in the ass. Bounty Hunters, Bosk, Thrawn, these characters that, on the teams that they go on, make your team to go first, you win, right? Like Imperial Troopers, a Stark goes first, you can kill Bounty Hunters, you can kill a whole bunch of teams with Imperial Troopers. But if he's not going first, you're going to get slaughtered. So it's important to have those speed and you filter down and as you farm speed sets, any speed sets on those characters that are like 10 to 15 are really good for those characters. They don't have to be the 6E
totally
version
agree.
of the mod. Like if you look at my Stark and some of my other characters, 5As, 10 to 15, and they're still really, really good. You can do that for your B1 and put your better speed mod sets on your arena teams.
Yeah.
Because your Darth Revan, you're putting it on defense, but your Darth Revan is not doing anything. But the way it's speeded and set up now, that team's basically worthless. Because, their speeds are way too slow. You can go with a lot of teams against that and kill it.
So that's what's happening. Yeah.
So we need a remod, focus on arena, and plus, if we can get your arena team higher with the mods you do have, you can make a great arena team. You're getting more crystals, right? You're getting that crystal income, and you'll do better in GAC. It's just a better team all around. That's going to get you more banners, more defenses. Think about this: if you could put a fully gear 13, just Revan, Malik, and Basti with the best speed mods. Then have a Grievous team down south with some pretty good mods, and then a GR team. That's going to make someone's life hell. And actually just put Grievous south and Revan up top, and then if you can get some of these secondary teams like First Order, Bounty Hunters, and the front line with them, and then the back line, you've got the Old Republic team. You could really put a defense down that can make people's life hell. And still have all the offensive firepower that you want to go kick the crap out of someone, right? To get those banners and feats accomplished. So that's something that we would recommend.
Okay.
But I mean, when you do something, man, you do it right. Gear 13. I was like, oh, damn. Gear 13 droids. Damn.
Well, once I went Grievous, I said, like, why not? You know, like, if I choose Grievous my first G13, I don't want to have one G13 in every team. I mean, I want to have a little foundation.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense. Not every character needs Gear 13 initially. It's nice to have, but I mean, certain characters need it, right? Grievous definitely, but the other droids, they get some benefit. They're going to be better, but like if you have Grievous Gear 13, the rest of the droids at Gear 12, you're going to do just fine because it's all about Grievous with that team, right? Padme, it's more about Kenobi, who you have Gear 13 than anything. I mean, the other characters get some nice stuff, but it's not extraordinary. Kenobi on that team is ridiculous with Gear 13. You know, that character is just a beast with the stats he gets from Gear 13. You know, for the Sith Empire team, Revan, Bastila, Malik get huge upgrades with their hits. HK does okay. This damage is not really there, but it's still an improvement. But it's not something you need to prioritize, right? Sith Trooper just gets nothing. It's really just a bump, but he's still Sith Trooper. So, I mean, you have to think about that because, I mean, I don't know if you invest a lot in the game, if you're free to play, those kind of things. But that's kind of the stuff you got to think about. Not every character needs Gear 13, just like not every character needs speed mods. You think about like that, you know, initially. Eventually you go there, you'll get to a point with your account where you can have everything you want and you can put everything on there. So for your modding, you need to be slicing speed mods. You need to be like old Ranger J 1999 in the trenches, get your ass in there with me in the mud and pulling speed mods and slicing mods every day in the speed category.
Yeah, that's not my favorite thing to do.
No, nobody likes it. I hate it. It caused me depression. Yeah, nobody likes it, man. What are you talking about? Nobody likes that. Well, Finn. I think Finn likes it, but then Finn's a different character.
I mean, it's a means to an end, right?
Yes.
That's all it is.
We do the stuff we don't like over here so we can have fun with the stuff we do like to do, like GAC over here. You know, so that's kind of why you have to do it, because it'll matriculate down through your roster. As you get those high-end speed mods, you start taking those, adding those to your arena team, and then you take those mods you did have your arena team, and you start moving those down to those other characters that need speed, and then your roster starts getting better and better and better.
Yeah. That's excellent. Excellent advice. Thank you.
Well, we may be retarded, but we're dumb. So there you go. We have the brain damage. It's proven. So what other questions do you have about your roster? Those are just the things that I saw when I looked at your roster. Some great things there. Some things I think we can improve on and focus on. I think that'll really help you out.
I mean, my outline so far is going to be, I mean, I think I'm done with Padme for now.
Oh, yes.
You know, I'm looking at Night Sisters. I'm thinking about G13 and DACA.
That's a great one to get 13.
Yeah.
I slapped a G13 piece on her already just to force myself to then throw the Zeta and then actually finish
her
the
Zeta's
project.
pretty solid, but yeah.
The Zeta is very solid.
And
so is her. I mean, I've seen people with screenshots of her healing at certain points for like 250K.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I'm like, what's the point of healing for 250K? Okay, this is what we're doing.
Yeah.
But like, so your Saj is done, your Donk is done. You just need to take Zombie, Spirit, and Towson to 12. Leave Talia at 11. You just use her for the Sith raid, right?
Yeah.
And you need Plague Bearer on Mother Towson.
Agreed. There's a lot of times whenever I've had to do Mother lead over a Saj lead.
I mean, eventually you'll want the lead on Mother Towson too, but Plague Bearer is something, if you don't have, she's kind of ineffective, you know, without that Zeta. She's solid, but she's not as good as if she had Plague Bearer, her unique. So if you're going to work on Night Sisters next, then get Spirit to 12, get Zombie to 12 so she can take more hits, become more of a pain in the ass, and then get Tiles into 12 and get the Zeta on. Let's focus on that first. Then your Night Sister team's done. You can put those crazy women in the background those undone gals, and that you see me place when I play GAC, they always go in the back, and people run into that squad like, God dang, man. Especially with Spirit. Yeah, and in GAC and just PvP content, period. That's why that team is so good.
And then the future of Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, I got the Geos to worry about. I have the clones that inevitably I'm going to have to start gearing them up.
Sure.
We all, we're all going to be there, brother. But you can't pull yourself so thin that you're working on 20 different things and accomplishing nothing. It's hard sometimes in this game to stop what you're doing because something else comes along that you want to work on. But you hurt yourself in the long term if you don't stay hyper-focused and work on one thing at a time. Because once you're done with that, the Night Sisters, just get to Gear 12. Don't worry about Gear 30. If you want to do dock up, great. But get them squared away, Gear 12, right? Then you go to the next team.
And who do you think the next team should be?
Well, I think you need to finish up your Separatists, your Geos. Because you're right there. I already know you're farming. Because you're doing GeoTB, I assume, right? So let's get your Geos geared. You've got the farm done other than Brood Alpha, but you've already got the Zeta on them. So
and I'd say gear goes on his arena team.
Yeah, gear on your arena team, priority gear 13, 12 and 13.
Yeah.
Finish up Malik Star. You got to be close, right? You got to be pretty close on that Malik Star, right?
30 of 100, but since we went to a GeoTB, I'm not getting 5,000 event tokens anymore. I'm getting, we're only getting 20 stars in Geo.
Yeah.
We're not getting 44 like we were.
Yeah.
So I'm suffering a little bit, so it feels like it's
I'm AFK a second, someone just rang my doorbell.
Yeah, it could be a little bit to do that. It's probably going to take you what then? It's probably going to take you another 2 or 3 GeoTBs to get it. And then I would tell you, Malik, I'd save the pieces to take Malik to G12, and then I'd save the pieces to take him to G13 too. That's what I would do. When I got my Malik to 7-star, it was right after we got G13, and I literally 7-starred him, G12'd him, and G13'd him, and never looked back. I would also tell you that Darth Revan gets much tankier at G13. Darth Revan, that's if we're trying to think of like daily income, right? What do we do every day that gives us the most income? I'd say it's arena. And I get that they're trying to move more towards GAC and they're trying to move more towards GOTB, but if we got your arena average from 40 to 20, that would be a nice crystal income boost every day for you.
Yeah, before G13, I could get to like 9, 10.
Yeah.
But now forget it.
It's tough.
Yeah, it is.
It's real tough.
And I've tried to run GG in arena. Absolutely not. A full Separatist droid team. Absolutely.
Yeah, the full Separatist droid team won't work. The only way to do it is like with a HK lead. I don't know if you've seen the videos. There's a way to do this, right? So if you're not going to join them, then you can try beating them. And the way to do it is with that droid team, and you're running HK lead. You're not running B1 though. You're running BB8, and you have to bring up this T3 and 4, or it doesn't really work. That's the problem.
Yeah, I don't like the concept of like failing to win. You understand what I'm saying to you? Like, set your droids up just to die, just to beat Darth Revan.
Yeah, it feels like it feels like you're not playing the way that you want to play, kind of.
Exactly.
I totally get it. Yeah. I mean, you won, but you won by dying. Like it was.
Yeah, it's a weird feeling,
It's like that doesn't seem like the right way to things to work. Yeah.
Yeah, like it drives me nuts when I see a Darth Revan team with a Yoda. It goes against the fabric of my moral being.
So then you'd hate me because I do that. I've been running that team the whole time, right? And of course, why is the reason? The reason why is because my top speed set is 155 additional speed, right? That is my top set. And there's guys out there with sets that are in my arena that are 270, right? 265. Well, I can't beat them on speed, right? So I have to beat them with a different character, because if we play heads up poker, right? If we play heads up poker, at this, if we're playing mirror matches are, I can't beat a mirror match, right? I mean, you have a G11 Malik. I mean, that's cool, but you can't beat a G13 Malik. So it's almost like, so the thing that I'm like is, that won't work, which means you have to solve the puzzle another way, right? There's no way you can beat them on speed. There's no way you can beat them on stats. If you can't beat someone on speed and stats, and the AI plays relatively well with the character, then you have to do something different.
And if you think about like Grievous, if you actually think about B1 and all those droids, they were meant to be sacrificed. That's why they were created.
If I'm gonna go by lore, yes.
But
we're talking about like,
just in general, I know, they designed the team to be that, right? The B1s are there to die. They do damage and they do their thing, but they're there to die, do damage and die, right? So that's kind of the concept with it. So I don't care if my team dies if I beat the other team, right? Win's a win, right? And that's what it's designed to do.
Yeah. Thank you for the 400 crystals. I'll be back tomorrow.
Yes. So I think if we can get you just hyper focused, let's get your Night Sister squared away. Let's go back in, get your arena team squared away first. Let's remod, right? Let's think about your Darth Revan team. That's your priority, right? Let's get that squared away. Let's get your arena squared away. Then we'll go back in. Then you can go back and start focusing on your mods and characters that need the mods. Work on finish your Night Sisters. Get your Separatist Geos squared away. You've already got GR done. Then we can go back into these other teams and start working on them, right? First Order, Troopers, Bounty Hunters. That I think would help you tremendously on defense, because you can still have a killer offense that you can full clear. I do it all the time, right? And still have a defense laid down there that's going to make it difficult for the other person. By not even using your top meta teams, you can go with like Kara Stahl, Old Republic, Bounty Hunters, First Order, right? With a Darth Revan to make it really difficult, Night Sisters. Those kind of teams that you can place on defense, and then that still leaves you Jedi Revan, GR. Your Resistance, Palpatine, Traya, just down the line, that you got all these teams that you can use on offense, that you can have no issues clearing the other guy, no matter what they put on defense.
With that said, do you see any counters in my roster? Something maybe I'm not seeing. Like a Darth Revan counter, a Jedi Knight Revan.
I got to tell you, when I look at it and we do the filters on the Jedis, on droids, you have G12. You have G13 Grievous, and you have Double Zeta HK. You could potentially, and you have BB-8. So you've got 3 of the characters already needed to run a droid counter team for Malik. Now, and the thing is, this team does not need as good of mods.
No,
as the Revan team does, right? It's all droids. It's some light side droids and some dark side droids and some droids from different eras, but at least it's all droids.
Yeah, because they're just cannon fodder, so they don't have to be modified.
They are. The key to this thing is really kind of T3 and 4, right? That's the part that kind of sucks a little bit. And have you seen the videos? Do you know the droid teams I'm talking about?
Yeah, I've seen them.
Yeah.
But I am missing T3.
You are missing T3. The other thing to look at is, there are some guys that can beat it with CLS, right? So let's go in here and let's look. We don't have. I don't think we have we don't have CLS as leader done, do we? We have
we're just it binds all things.
Yeah,
my rebels,
which is fine.
I have 3 rebels. I basically have CLS, Han, and Chewie.
Yeah.
C3PO goes to somewhere else. R2 goes somewhere else.
Yeah,
that's fine.
I see it, right? We're just kind of thinking through. The team for Arena is really weird, right? So the team for Arena is like C3P is CLS, C3PO, Chewbacca, Han, R2D2, and then Thrawn, right? So again, it's like a hodgepodge team, but the way it works is to run it like that, and it looks like Thrawn's good to go. So again, though, the only way that team works is because Han shoots first, and you have to have the leader done, and you have to have missed with him to get the turn meter, so that the CLS team gets to go before the other team, right? So it's like you're missing a couple of pieces there. There's also a Darth Revan team that can work. So let's filter by Jedis and see if we can. Bastila Shan, Gear 11.
Yeah, that's hurting him.
That's going to be problematic. And then and then Hermit Yoda, the team I've seen that works the best.
What team I use is Jedi Knight Revan, Jolie, Grandmaster Yoda, Bastila, and Hermit Yoda.
Yes, and you have to go back to remodding Grandmaster Yoda for some decent offense. This is all like a timing sequence thing, though, and you got to get Grandmaster Yoda faster than their Darth Revan, and you get turn meter from Jedi Knight Revan, but it's still not like super great. So you would have to basically take Hermit Yoda from Gear 8 you'd have to take Grandmaster Yoda from Gear 8. Again, these are certain characters we really wouldn't want to totally work on, maybe.
My Grandmaster Yoda's offense is like 6,000.
Yeah, it's fine. So, so as long as your Jedi Knight Revan goes first, like you're doing Darth Revan, you mark Bastila, Yoda gets called in, Grandmaster Yoda, he gets his thing, and then you're off to the races, right?
He's probably closest on this Padme team, though.
Yeah, his Padme teams was more than enough to take that out.
His pet, we need a Zeta on Anakin, though.
That's it.
So Zeta, Anakin, and then what's the turn order for this Padme team?
And most people are dropping Ahsoka Tano and putting Grandmaster Yoda on that team.
You could do that.
So your team would be Padme, Kenobi, Grandmaster Yoda.
I still run Ahsoka, but that's just me.
C-3PO.
Yeah, 3PO is
Anakin,
definitely one. Yeah.
And Anakin.
And then who do I fill in Grandmaster Yoda for in the Jedi Knight Revan team? Say this is GAC.
No, I think GAC. You stick with you stick with the teams that work. You just have to make sure this works. Yeah. Jedi Knight Revan's, is your Jedi Knight Revan team is going to be Jedi Knight Revan, Jolie, Grandmaster Yoda, Hermit Yoda, Bastila. That's an offensive team. The other offensive team is your GR team. Keep Ahsoka in there. Run 3PO with it. Right. Those are two great offensive teams that can take down a lot of stuff. And it gives you flexibility. So I wouldn't dick around with those. Just keep those the way they are. Just make sure that they've got the gear, they got the Zetas, and they've got the mods. The correct mods, right? Anakin doesn't need speed. Ahsoka doesn't need speed. They need crit chance, crit damage. You want those guys, especially when they get stacks of courage, they will one-shot characters with the amount of damage they will do with courage stacks. And basically, you get your Padme to about 220 speed. You want lots of health on her. Let's say you're Darth Revan. They do all their stuff. Then Padme's like, well, let's just flip it, and she does her health thing, and they're off to the races. And then you can use Ahsoka's basic to get rid of taunts off Sith Trooper or Malak. Now she will be feared, but then you got other characters that can do their thing. Kenobi's, especially Gear 13, the way you have him, is going to be a beast for you against that team.
Yeah,
because he's going to take a lot of hits.
The only Grandmaster Yoda to me is a better comp if you're going up against Marauder.
Yeah, he works really good against Marauder.
Yeah, if you're going up against a team that's HK with Marauder, I think it works better.
Yeah. So there's just things like that. But the thing is, we got to remod, we got to focus, get those teams squared away, and then start building up the depth of your roster. And I think that's the plan we need to go moving forward.
Remod, depth, and focus. Got it.
All right.
Overall, you're doing super great, though, dude.
Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff here. We just get
there's
tweaks here and there.
There's a lot of really good stuff to work with.
Yeah.
And, so feel good about that. I mean, you're in the right path completely.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Just a few little tweaks here and there, and you're going to be really good, man.
Thank you.
You're more welcome. All right, so that is Drew. How do you say your name? We're saying Drucifer, Drew Cipher.
Yes, Drucifer.
Drucifer. Okay. So thank you for letting us. I didn't shout out your guild, Malachor Reborn. Yep, with the special O. Reborn. So shout out to your guild. Thank you guys for letting us have Drew on here to do his roster review. If you guys would like a roster review like we did for our good friend Jucifer here, all you need to do is send your GG page to Finity, Finity, in our Discord with a little bit about what you want us to look at. We'll add you to the queue. Give him a day to respond. If he doesn't respond right away, send him another message, but he will eventually respond, and he will let you know that you're in the queue. Now, the normal wait is about 3.5-4 weeks. Before we get to your roster. If you'd like to bump that up, you can become a Patreon. $10 or more, you become a Patreon. You have the option of bringing that up to the front, so we do yours sooner rather than later. The other benefits of being a Patreon is that anytime I'm doing mini roster reviews as a Patreon, all you need to do is pop your ally code while I'm doing roster reviews, and you can have us basically look at anything you have questions about while I'm doing that. The other thing is, trying to think, we do workshops with our Patreons. You guys get early access to things. There's a lot of great benefits to being a Patreon that you get. So make sure you do that. And then also, if you want me to eventually remod, there it is, Ranger J's remodding services. There you go. Charge $15 for every 500 KGP. If you'd like to have one-on-one time when I do it, just $20 more. You get on a video call with old Ranger J 1999, and I will remod your roster or teams, do your full roster, and get you squared away. So if you are hurting for mods, you don't like doing it, well, then let me do it and let me get you squared away and let me help you get better at the game. That's what we do here with Ranger J 1999. So there you go. You two don't say anything in chat. I did it. I pimped it again. So there you go. All right, Drew, thank you for letting us look at your roster, my friend.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, and if you want to hang out, you're more than welcome. We're just going to answer some questions. It's question time.
Los preguntas, tiempo.
Poor favor. Let's see here. Let me get some gameplay going on here in the background. We have an event up. What event do we have up today? We have, just endurance. Throw a bunch of ships at it. I don't care.
Oh, real quick while we're paused. Elune, a new hero collector game, kind of like Galaxy Heroes, just released today. If you pre-registered and stuff, so you can go download and try it out. It's actually pretty cool.
What's the genre?
Hero collector. It's like Galaxy of Heroes.
Right. I know, but I mean, like, okay, so what's the character base?
Fantasy, sci-fi,
so we're
anime-esque.
So we're like goblins and stuff, or we're like vampires, or we're like, Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yes, all of the above.
Okay.
It's got pretty good roster of characters at the start.
Cool.
Okay. Let's get to some questions. The lovely Ouchie Jumping has a question. She says, Ranger, what's in your game chat header? What are you supposed to set up? What?
Oh, I'm sure there's something like, I'm sure somebody in your guild posted something like set up your defenses.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But like your guild, that's something.
Yeah, that's something. Yeah.
I'm sure it's something.
I was like, wait, what?
It's probably a command from defense set day or from offense set day or something.
Yeah.
It doesn't load TM or it gets the hose again.
Oh, you better not do that. Don't do that. Placing the lotion in the basket afterwards too. Let's see. Sport 30 question. I only have Imperial Super Commando left to farm a Cantina. Brewed finished yesterday. Nice. What do I do with the currency? Spend it? If so, what on what nodes? Get the stuff for shards.
I think there's a couple different ways to think about this. The first way is look at the nodes that have the lowest cost and the most value. One of them would be to go down and just sit there and farm cruise node because it's effectively double drops every day. And then then the second thing would be, okay, well, there's a cheaper node down there. You could go down to gear level, or you could go down to level 1 and farm like Geonosian Soldier. There are some people who want to save it and do the bank thing so that later in like 3 months when we get another character to Cantina, then they could basically only do like 3 geo nodes every day and do their daily savings and then pay for a full character for free later. That takes a lot of diligence, and you potentially might be losing out on some gear in the shard shop, which the shard shop got really nice looking here recently.
Yes, it did.
But I'm not so sure that's the greatest idea.
All right. Hell, next question. Why does technology seem to hate Ranger J 1999? Well, I don't know. Stupid technology.
I mean, we all have like stuff that comes in and out sometimes. It happens.
Yeah, no. There's just some bad weather, and there's just been some outages here lately. It happens, man. It happens. There's nothing you can do about it. You know, I keep waiting for Negotiator to give me 15 shards and it still hasn't popped. God dang it, man. I spent this currency. Bastards!
I know the feeling. That's all I'm spending my Get 2 currency on is the Negotiator.
Come on. What are you doing? Give it to me. Stop that. Ow! All right, Chicken Gaming question. If I have a Gear 10 General Grievous and the rest of the Separatists suck, except the Saj, who should I work on and what gear minimum for Padme unlock? I'm a minimalist. Well, good luck. If you're going to go minimal, enjoy the 5 to 7 hours you're going to be trying to beat that event and hope that RNG goes in your favor. You know, if you're going to go for something, do it the right way. If you can only go for something because you just weren't ready, like when Padme first came around when they announced it and your characters were there, you did the best you could with what you had, right? But if you have time to prep and you can get these characters, which you need anyway for GOTB, don't go minimum. You got to go at least like Gear 11. You know, you're going for Padme. But the Separatists with the reworks and stuff at Gear 11, some Gear 12 will be more than enough to get it. You know, Grievous to 11, probably 12, Dooku, New Gun Rate, B2, and Droideka will get it for you. But if you're going to go in there with Gear 8, Gear 9 characters, Gear 10, you're going to struggle. You're going to get slaughtered. That event's not set up for that to be that way. You can do it eventually. Maybe RNG goes your way, and after 400 battles, you get it. But you need them for the GOTV anyway. And they're really good squads, so you should probably work on them anyway. All right. Helenix question. Don't you hate it when you hit the back button and it goes to the top of your mods instead of back to the previous page? I hate that. Get on the ball, CG. Ski Trooper question. After General Grievous, who's the next Separatist droid to take to Gear 13? B1 seems like the best choice to me.
Well, if I could jump in here.
Yeah.
Yes, you absolutely.
On this question. You know, everybody laughed at me, but I put IG 100 second, and I'm telling you, the survivability is off the charts.
Really?
There you go.
Yeah, you know, if you mod him good, a lot of health, he's near indestructible with constant heals from B1.
It's a good point.
He sticks around the whole battle, so.
That's a good point. That's science.
Science, you know it.
Science! All right, let's see. Next question from Joey D. Question: have you seen Earthtron's video posted last night about Carrier allegedly leaving EACG? If so, what do you think about what he said? Oh, I heard it was on point. I mean, that was something he pulled from, I think, his stream he did.
His GA stream.
Yeah, so it wasn't something I hadn't already seen. I actually seen it 2 days ago. So, but yeah, he was right. You know, Carrier's off doing other things. She's left the company, greener pastures. We wish her the best. Hate to see her that she went, but good luck to her.
Absolutely.
I'm jealous of the people that are gonna get her working for them. Let's just put it that way. she did a hell of a job here.
She's been in this in gaming for quite some time.
20 years.
And a lot of people.
13 of them with EA.
A lot of people have said how great she did in some of the other things that she did. So
Ernst said it best. You don't get to the position in a Star Wars game, the lead, whatever her title, by not being great at what you do.
That's just exactly right.
So, yeah. Gruffalo, it's 2019. Why do you have 1999 internet? Oh, the internet speed when it's there is incredible. But when there's an outage and you have zero, 0 is still 0. I don't care what kind of internet you have. It's still 0. Anything times 0 is still 0. So, what else? 23 question. Who else is here through the wonkiness? I stand with Wonky Ranger. Well, thank you. What else? 23. DL Cool J question. Speed arrow or health arrow mod for General Grievous?
Depends on where you're using them. If you want to use them to kill Darth Revan, health.
Yeah, I think you're gonna. I put a health arrow on him. I also put a health triangle. A lot of people have put crit damage triangles on him.
I put on him. I haven't fully remodded my Grievous.
Well,
So
like-
I've seen a lot of crit damage triangle action.
I have the crit damage triangle.
Yes.
Oh, I could do this.
I mean, if you've got a crit damage triangle that's sitting there with a bunch of stuff, I just happen to have more health triangles. But if I had a health triangle with crit damage, let's go see if I can find one. Crit damage with like flat health.
Yeah, I didn't have one, so I went with
Yeah,
crit
I
damage.
don't have one like that. What about percentage health? Do we have one like that? We have one.
Health, that's defense.
That's not super great.
I went with the speed one, but it has 4.47% health on it, so I was like, that's probably my best.
Yeah,
bet.
this is the reason why I didn't do it, is because one of them is sitting on old Daka because she's epic, and the other one is sitting, and the other two are not very good. So that's why I was like, oh, you get health one today. Yeah, but the speed arrow, I wouldn't do, especially if you've Zeta'd his unique, because that means when someone else dies, you get to go. I mean, the entire thing here is we're trying to ramp him up. And it depends
that's why I was saying it depends on where you're using them.
it depends on the team. It depends on the team. I mean, are we talking about arena? Are we talking about TB? Or are we talking about GAC? I think that there are, some possibilities for some different modding based on where you use them.
I agree. All right, next question from Dami P. Which of Padme Zeta's first? Her leader.
I would agree. Her leader is the one that's needed to kill Jedi Knight Revan. Mm-hmm. I mean, Darth Revan. The unique is the one that makes it easier to kill Jedi Knight Revan squads.
Yeah. Let's see here.
There's a question for me. That's funny. I just saw it.
Right here. Revenator. Question for Grande. Can we get Grande's word of wisdom for the day?
Yes, I have a word of wisdom for you.
Okay.
Never make eye contact while eating a banana.
Okay.
That goes for both men and women.
That's a good
young children, old people.
Yeah.
Never make eye contact while eating a banana.
That's science. You can't go wrong with that. Gruffalo question. Which is more annoying on D? Night Sisters with Mother Townsend or Saj lead? Bounty Hunter with Bosk or Jango lead? Saj lead and Jango lead.
You say that. I think G13 might change it just slightly, and it's because Mother Townsend and Spirit both become better damage dealers than they were before, and so you were not totally relying on a Saj like we were at G12, and you've got effectively double revives. So I think that if you saw a G13 one and they were running a mother lead, I would be very leery of that team, just because of the offense that Spirit and the offense that Mother Townsend gets. I get that they're not going to have a ramping up Asajj, but you could die to AoE from Mother Townsend.
It's very easy to underestimate Night Sister teams.
Yeah.
Yeah. I still like the Asajj lead more, but Jango lead definitely is more of something on defense. You're like, mm-hmm.
Yeah, Django lead, the challenge there is that the team's super fast now, and you don't get turn meter if you have burning.
Nope.
Right? So you're like, oh, what team is that okay for again?
Come on!
I love it. Everybody says it was great advice. You are welcome, Revenator and DL Cool J.
All right. Let's see. Next question Bone Jones 159 question. I have Padme 6 stars, Anakin gear 12, Snips gear 11, Barris gear 11. What would you dump resources in? Padme, finish out team, or continue to hoard for Malak so when he comes back in 2030 I'll be ready?
Wow, you actually think he's gonna come back?
They have gone 6 months without releasing a legendary before.
Yeah.
They did it. People don't think about this, but it was a long, long time. It was before they had this. Hey, it's always 3 months. It was not always 3 months, and I think Palpatine was longer than 3 months, and I think
Grandmaster Yoda.
I don't know on him. It's been so long I can't remember. But there were some of these characters in the beginning that it was way longer than that. So and Malak seems like he's kind of, and I mean there were some characters for the longest time, remember, like Leia, that you could only get in chromiums.
Yeah.
So a lot of people don't remember this back in the day. But anyway.
But yeah, make sure you have the resources and then go back in and start doing your gear. But
I would continue to save for Malak. I mean, he's gonna be here eventually, and then I would write down what all you need to save for Malak: the gear and the credits. The get one currency. Save all of that and put it aside, and then spend the rest of that. What was his choices? Padme, and what was his other choice?
It was Anakin is 12, Snips is 11, and Barris is 11. And Padme 6 stars. He was saying, should I finish the Padme team or save it for continue saving for Malak?
I don't know if a 6-star Padme can beat a Revan team.
Oh, I've done it.
You have?
Yeah. It's the other characters that are all geared 12 with all the goodies. So. Well, I mean, think about it. Yeah.
She's basically there for her.
She's there just for her what she does. I mean, she's gear 11
on the kick. That's it, right?
Yeah. I mean, she's a little. She's not as far, but I went all health and stuff with her, so to make her survivable. So yeah, I've done it before. On the stream, I did many roster reviews. If you guys go back and watch, I was just testing out Padme and beating in arena teams with it. So it can be done. Now, of course, I lost too, so it's a 50-50 proposition. But RNG will get you. But yeah, with 3PO, yeah. They're all gear 12. They're all Zetaed. Kenobi's Zetaed. I mean, so, yeah. Hard to get to her when Kenobi's taunting all the time. Ira Beats question, as a free-to-play, what should I prioritize the new guild currency in the Champion Store? I've just been hoarding for now. Well, the new guild event tokens, I mean, I'm using mine for me, I'm using it for the new ship, right, the Negotiator. Now, my GAC rewards, I'm using for gear. The high-end gear, the gear that you can't get, right? To try to get characters gear 13 and stuff. So that's where I'm focusing on.
Wait. So you're using Get To currency right now to take characters to G13?
No, I'm using it for Negotiator.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not. I'm just sitting there hoarding it right now.
Yeah, I took my arena team to gear 13. Mm-hmm. But I'm farming with gear I need for, with GAC to
get 1 or get 2.
Yeah.
Or GAC currency. That you're talking about GAC currency.
Yeah, GAC currency I'm using for
I'm sorry.
yeah.
We have so many acronyms that start with G now.
I know.
I mean, maybe I wasn't confused, but I wanted to make sure that the viewers at home that were also dropped on their head as a baby, that they're not confused as well.
So for the Guild Event Store tokens, Mark 1s, yes. I'm using for the binoculars for Gear 12, because you need those the most. And then the other one is if I need stun guns, that's the rare item out of there. That's it. For the MK2, if I ever get 15 shards to show for Negotiator, I'm going to invest most of those in Negotiator. All those are going to go to Negotiator. For any Gear 12 Plus or Gear 13 pieces that I need, that's the GAC. That's what it's for. The new GAC store from the Grand Arena Championships. So, and I think that's a good way to go. We're going to need the ship, so...
Yeah, like for me, I'm free to play, and for the Get To store, I'm going all in on Negotiator because we've already seen how badass that ship can be. So it'll be very useful considering a lot of us free to play players can't really be like, I'm gonna fork over a shitload of cash and get the newest ship at 7 stars from day one. You can't do that.
All right, Shadowville question. As a recovering swagaga alcoholic, what should I do with my free time now?
Pornhub.
Yeah, work out. Get all beefy.
Star Wars. Why can't you look at porn like other guys?
Yeah. All right. Revenator question. And this is the last one. Who do you think will be one of the next non-clone Star Wars characters to come to the game as a marquee? My thoughts were Arkin and Thexan thoughts. Yeah.
Oh, he just hit you with the Eternal Twins
I
question.
know. I'm not responding.
It would be cool if
We
they
just got a
those-
question. We got a question right. Didn't we just get a question just now from Chewy?
Oh, did we? Well,
And then another question from Revenator?
well, we can't just sit there and keep asking questions all day, Grant. I do have to
Well,
actually.
they've been there for like a couple of minutes. I'm not trying to be a poopy pants.
Well,
There's actually a bunch of other more questions, Grant. We can keep going, but there's another like 8, 9, 10 questions.
I'm sorry. You said, I'm sorry. It's just, I didn't know if you were stopping because you didn't see them.
Well, not
You were
now
stopping.
because we're gonna make Grant answer these, and you can only use 10 words.
Well, I have to bail. I have to go to work. We're
Yeah.
already
Okay, see ya.
over, so catch you guys later.
All right, so we're gonna do a few more because Grande caught them, and I guess he wants to answer
What?
questions. Not that we have other things to do with our life or anything. So, Stonewall Exile question: what's a good new team I can build without breaking up the Geo and GG teams?
You can't. There's
can't.
not enough characters.
Yeah, for right now. So, I mean, the team that I was thinking is besides Geo's being with them in GG, that leaves Newt.
Newt, Watt, Asajj Ventress, and Dooku.
Right,
You're
you still
missing
need a
one.
fifth, right? And you're missing a
You're
tank.
missing one.
You know,
Yes.
so we need one more character to get 3 out of the deal, but not in the cards at the moment.
It's probably a scoundrel. Just to
Could be, yeah. That would make sense. Proper catch. Now that CG Carey has left CG, how does that affect Grande's status as her pool boy? I said yesterday that your status will never change on that.
My status has not changed. I kind of have like a route. I'm a pool boy for multiple individuals.
Yeah.
So you can still be CG Carey's pool boy, and then as well be someone else's pool boy at the same time. I mean, I don't know how many of you guys have actually cleaned pools, but it's not a full-time gig at one pool.
No.
Gotta throw that out
It's
there.
the other things Grande does for Carey at the pool that's more important.
That's right. But I do not stare at her while I eat bananas. Just
No,
gonna say it.
that's true. Revenator question: will RSG invite Carrie onto the Wednesday night stream, not to talk about the current hot topics going in Star Wars, but to talk about her past experiences and what she thinks of her pool boy?
Well, I was
she's-
actually going to bring her on, and we were going to talk about Hot Topic and that their T-shirt selection really needs to be improved.
Sure. Yeah,
Yes.
Carrie's always got an open invitation. She is more than welcome.
Yeah. She
And-
could totally come on, and we would
and
we
we-
would
yeah, we
chat
just-
about whatever she wanted to chat about. And
Yeah,
if she
we're not
told-
going to talk about Galaxy
if she said
Heroes.
that- If she said she
I
didn't
mean-
want to chat about something else, we wouldn't even bring it up.
I'm bringing it up, but and the cool thing about Carrie, and we've had the privilege of talking with her and spending time with her, is that we can talk about any game. And me and her have actually started nerding out about games we played, whether it's Warhammer and other games. So.
I mean, you remember the game that we played during the long stream with Crumb?
Ultimate Chicken Horse.
Yes, and then they played that on their stream.
Yeah.
When they were doing their Twitch stream for the thing. I mean, it was hilarious playing that game with Crumb. And then it was hilarious doing it. You can just have a good time with good people sometimes. And go from there.
Scorp 30 question, not really. I just geared 13 GK and it made a world of difference on the PAMI team. Thanks for the advice. Scorp, you are welcome, my friend. That's what we do here at RSG. And last question from Chewy that Grande
Chewy.
picked up on. That's right, Chewy. We'll answer your question. Would you recommend hoarding Get 2 for the future tune they released to the Get store? I'm not a big hoarder, especially when there's stuff that I know, like the Negotiator. Yeah.
The reason why I've suggested hoarding is because that shop refreshes every 4 hours, and we do a GOTB every 2 weeks, which means I can spend it faster than I accumulate it. So I'm just not buying right now.
That's okay. That's a good call.
And I'm just gonna hoard it, and then I'll do the calculations on how much it takes to get the thing to unlock, how much it takes to get it to 7-star, and then if somebody comes out with it and there's some whiz bang team that I need in order to get rank 1 in fleet, and I got to have this thing, or or the guilds are suffering because we need more people with negotiator in order to clear the fleets in TW, then I'll go get it. But until then, I'll just save enough and think that something else is coming there.
Yes. All right. So that is all the time for questions and things that we have for you today. So thank you guys for hanging out with us today. We will take a nice little break, and then we'll be back tonight. Grundy, you gonna be able to be back tonight? You got the kids? What's going on? Everything good?
No, I'll be back.
So we'll have the honor of having good old Grundy Pappy Patron with us here tonight. And remember, tonight's our longest running live stream in the Star Wars Galaxy Heroes community. So make sure you do me a couple things. You can see we're getting bot spammed, so that's okay. Stop what you're doing. Give me a thumbs up on the video. It really does help with monetization, things of that nature. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. Let you know when we're updating, when we're doing our live streams. Make sure you follow us on Twitch, because that's where we're doing our GAC. I was doing it yesterday, and then we had our first outage, so that sucked, Ronnie. But I did win, so I full cleared the guy. I basically full cleared everybody this GAC. Even when I lost, I still full cleared. I can't do anything about anything other than that. So, but yes, thank you guys for being here. Check out our Patreon. Check out if you want me to help you with your accounts. The modding services at Ranger Day 1999. So check that out as well. You just message me in Discord. So on behalf of myself and the crew, thank you guys for stopping in for our lunch stream today. Sorry about the technical difficulties.